All right, how we doing homeschool? Week number 3 here, getting into our third week of basketball skills. Go ahead and go to the next slide here. What are we going to need today? We're going to need a basketball or a modified basketball. This could be a playground ball, volleyball, soccer ball, pretty much whatever's been working for you guys over the past 3 weeks is going to work again today. And then again, we're going to need some cones or some placement markers. So this could be a shoe, cup, water bottle, and again, whatever has been working for you guys so far is going to work again. So just overview of class. As usual, just did the greeting. I'm going to get into instant activity. What are we going to be learning today? Our focus activity, and then we're going to review and close out the lesson at the end. So before we get into any of that, we're going to start with our health activity for the day, which is going to be taking your heart rate. So there's going to be 2 different types of heart rate. Well, actually 3. There's a resting heart rate, which you're going to take before your exercise. And then that's going to be your normal resting heart rate. You see the RHR, that just means resting heart rate, is between 60 and 100 beats per minute. And then you have your target heart rate zone over there on the other side. You're going to take this after exercise, and your normal target heart rate zone is going to be 50 to 85% of your maximum heart rate. Your maximum heart rate is typically going to be calculated by subtracting your age from the number 220. So for example, I am 22 years old. My max heart rate is going to be 220 minus 22, which is going to be 198. So I'm going to be looking to get into about 50 to 85% of that 198 beats per minute range to achieve that target heart rate. So how exactly do we do this? You guys can see the picture. There's 2 spots that you can really find your heart rate. That's going to be in the neck, in this artery right here, as you can see, or in the wrist, in this artery right here. Typically, I find that it's easier to find it in that neck area. About there, right where that finger is, there's an artery that goes through there that gives you a really good idea of your heart rate there. So basically, we're going to find that area, whichever is easiest for you. Again, I find the neck to be easiest. If you find the wrist to be easier, go ahead and use that, absolutely. We're going to set a timer for 6 seconds, start the timer, and right when that 6 seconds starts, we're going to count each beat. So we would count for 6 seconds, and then whatever your number is at the end of that, that could be a 6, a 7, an 8, something like that. You just add a 0 to that, and then that'll be your resting heart rate. We would do the same thing for a target heart rate zone after exercise. Find your favorite artery or your favorite area to take your heart rate and do it that way. All right, so our instant activity today, our warm-up activity is going to be the Wheel of Fitness. We're going to cover muscular and cardiovascular endurance here. The Wheel of Fitness has 10 different exercises on it. The wheel is going to be spun, and whichever exercise is randomly chosen will be performed for 30 seconds, and I will demo each exercise before they are performed. Okay, so I have the link right here. I already have it pulled up though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to this. I'm going to spin the wheel, and whichever one comes up, I'll demo for you guys, and I'm going to go back and we're going to use that for our first exercise. So I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Go ahead and demo a lunge for you guys really quick. Make sure you got some open space. We're going to lunge forward, left leg, and right leg. So that's the demo for your guys. Lunge right there. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Got 9 more remaining. Go back over here, and we'll start that 30 seconds for our lunges. So I'll go ahead and mute myself and turn that timer on for you guys. 30 seconds of lunges. Here we go. Alrighty, nice job. Go ahead and spin that wheel again for our next exercise. We've got move that. Demo push-up for you guys. I have to bring my laptop on the ground here. Here's a push-up. Put your arms right under your shoulders, down, up. 30 seconds of push-ups. Alrighty, good job. Reset that, go back to our wheel here and spin again. Alrighty, high knees it is. Head back over to this, give you guys a demo of a high knee. It's pretty simple. Alternate arm, alternate leg. Making sure we're getting those knees up for the high knee exercise. So I'll go ahead and start this. 30 seconds, high knees. Alrighty, great job. Spin this wheel again for our next exercise. See what we get. We got squats. Go back over to here. So you guys a demo of a squat really quick, an air squat. Pretty simple. Put your hands right here. Put your hands on your head out in front of you. So make sure you squat up, down. Go. 30 seconds. Alrighty, get into our next exercise here. What do we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so after this one, I'll give you guys 30 seconds rest if you want to go grab some water. But let's get this fifth exercise in. Give you guys a demo of a climber really quick. I have to hop on the ground again. Here's a climber. It's a tough one. Get 30 seconds in here and then you guys can get a 30-second rest. going to reset this right away. You guys get your 30 seconds and we'll get back into it. Grab some water if you need. Alrighty, great job. Hope we got some water. Go ahead and spin this wheel. Exercise number 6. Burpees. I've done burpees before. I'll give you guys a quick demo though. Jump up in the air, go down, kick out, jump back up like that. I've done these before, so we know these are tough. Let's get that 30 seconds in. Alrighty. There we go, 4 more. Plank arm raises. Open the floor here. Give you guys a demo of this one. We're gonna be down in the plank position. So, raise one arm down, second arm down. Plank arm raises, 30 seconds. Here we go. Alrighty, great job, great job. All right, we got side leg raises. Give you guys a demo of the side leg raise real quick. I'm gonna be standing up, just like so. You're gonna lift one leg, 2 legs. Just alternating each side. It's gonna work on your hip muscles here, these adductors. Here we go, 30 seconds. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end the warm up there just for time. Got 8 good exercises in, great job. If you need some water, go ahead and grab some. Move on here. So what are we gonna be learning today? Today we're gonna be focusing on passing. It's gonna be another important skill in the game of basketball that we've been covering. It's gonna cover 3 different types of passes. It's gonna be the bounce pass, the chest pass, and the overhead pass. And the cues for each pass will be covered on the next slide. So I'll go ahead and move on to that slide number 8 here. All right, so we got the bounce pass, chest pass, overhead pass, and we have a demonstration of each different one. So the bounce pass, we'll look at that video down there. And as I read the cues aloud, so we're gonna wanna step with the dominant foot as you see right here. we're going to want to make contact with the ground with the ball about 2/3 of the way to the receiving player. As you can see, he's doing it's just over halfway in between them, about 2/3 of the way in there. And then we're going to release the ball by extending our arms downward, as you can see right here in this video as well. And then as you can see, his palms, if you watch his palms, they finish outward like this. The chest pass, that's going to be this middle one right here. Make sure we're taking a peek at this video instead of the other one. The chest pass is going to be, again, stepping with that dominant foot. Elbows are going to be bent and pointed outward in the beginning, as you can see that they're doing right before they pass the ball. We're going to extend our arms forward rather than downward. And then we're going to want to finish with our thumbs pointing down. So we're going to pass, and our thumbs are going to be pointing down like that. And then just a little easier way to think about it right here: bend, extend, release. And then finally, the overhead pass, we're going to have the ball overhead. We're going to, again, step with that dominant foot. We're going to release the ball with an arc, and we're going to follow through to our target. If you guys check that video out right there, give you guys a couple seconds to look over each one. Each of them will be with each different activity, so those will be there. All right, so activity number 1 is going to be just some passing practice with the bounce pass. We're going to begin activity 1 with 1 minute of bounce pass practice. We're going to throw a bounce pass with the correct cues that I just described, off of a wall or to a partner if you have one. So again, if you guys have a partner, brother, sister, mom, dad that you guys could pass with, that's great. That'll make it a lot easier. If not, a wall works great to pass your ball off of if you don't have a partner with you. So go ahead and get into this. Again, video is always going to be right here for you guys to look at, just in case if you guys need a little bit of a little extra help with those cues there. Make sure we're passing like the guys in this video right here. I'll go ahead and give you guys a 1 minute timer to practice the bounce pass with your partner or off a wall. I'm going to turn my video off and mute my audio for this one as well. So let's go ahead and get into that. Go ahead and finish up that last pass. And we're going to move on to practice activity number 1 continued, which is going to be passing practice with the chest pass. So we're going to work on that chest pass. Again, we have the video for you guys right here, that demo video that we provided. We're going to be throwing a chest pass with the correct cues off of a wall or to a partner if you have one. So we're going to be doing the exact same thing, except for we're changing from the bounce pass to the chest pass. And again, we're going to go to the next slide. There's going to be a 1 minute timer for you guys to practice the chest pass. And this video is going to be here again as well. So you guys will have that. Here we go. Again, like I just said, we got the video right here for you guys. If you guys need to take a peek at that, go ahead and do that. But pretty much same thing again. Chest pass off the wall or with your partner, back and forth. I'll go ahead and mute my audio, turn my video off, and let you guys get into that. ahead and finish up that last pass, and we're going to go ahead and get into our next part of this activity. It's going to be the overhead pass. Excuse me. Again, same thing. We're going to be throwing that overhead pass again with the correct cues, emphasis on those cues off a wall or to your partner back and forth if you have one. Again, same thing. Not much more instruction for you guys here. I'm just going to go ahead and start this timer for you guys so we can finish off this last minute of the overhead pass. Alrighty, go ahead and finish up that last pass and move on to that next slide. So here we're just going to be going over, it's just going to be a 1 minute timer. We're going to be going over each different pass. Go through each of them one time. If you guys are struggling with one, make sure to put emphasis on that one in this last minute. But if not, just do a couple of the bounce pass, a couple of the chest pass, and a couple of the overhead pass for this last minute, just to make sure we get those correct cues down to make sure that we're mastering this skill. So again, if you guys are struggling with one or you prefer one over the other, go ahead and use that one. But make sure we at least get one or two of each different pass in this last minute. Alrighty, go ahead and finish up that last pass. We're going to get into activity number 2. This is going to be a dribble into a pass. So we're going to be kind of combining what we learned last week, the dribbling, or I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week. Last week was the dribbling. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 dribbles and we're going to stop and complete either a bounce, chest, or overhead pass. The cues are going to remain the same for each pass. And I made these videos right here, these 3 videos simulating myself dribbling. I don't own a basketball or anything like that. So I just, again, have been using my modified basketball that I used in week 1 with you guys, simulating myself taking 3 dribbles, stopping, and performing each pass using the correct cues. So the first one closest to the words right here is the bounce pass. You can see I'm forcing the ball downward for the bounce. The second one right here is going to be the chest pass. You guys can see chest level, passing the ball directly in front of me. And then the last one obviously is going to be that overhead pass with the ball over my head. So we're going to dribble into a bounce pass. So again, we're going to take 3 dribbles here and we're going to stop, plant our feet, and use the correct cues to dribble into that bounce pass. So you guys can see right here, we're always going to have that video right here, give you guys a 1 minute timer here for each different pass, just like we did in the practice activity number 1, but just make sure we're taking 3 dribbles into our pass rather than just standing there. And again, we can be doing this with a partner if we have one, or just off of a wall that we have been using if we don't have a partner. So here we go. All righty. Great job. Go ahead and move on. That's it. Practice activity number 2, continued. We're going to be dribbling into a chest pass. Again, you can see right here, I'm using the correct cues for a chest pass, not a bounce pass. Again, that's going to be pushing the ball forward, thumbs down, rather than pushing down with the bounce pass. So again, not much more instruction here. Got the demo video right here for you guys, and I'll go ahead and get this started for you. Again, chest pass, not bounce pass. Alrighty, nice job, everyone. That's the chest pass that we just got into. And now, I'm sure you guys saw this coming, but we're getting into the overhead pass, our third and final pass of the day. Same thing, take 3 dribbles into our pass and pass it to our partner or off the wall we've been using. Yeah, that's pretty much it for instruction there. So I'll go ahead and get you guys started here. Alrighty, great job, everyone.
Living with the Series X dev units, prototypes, you know.
Sorry about that. Accidentally clicked the ad there. All right, so continued. We're going to be doing that same thing that we did in practice activity number 1. We're going to be practicing each different one in this last minute here. Again, that's going to be if we were struggling with one or had trouble performing one of them with the correct cues, that's what we're going to want to focus on in this last minute here. It's basically just a review for you guys to go over each different one again, because we did them all at a different time. But we got this last minute here for you guys just to go ahead and review each one of them. If you guys are struggling with one, focus on that one. If not, do all 3 equally or do whichever one you guys prefer the most. So here we go, last minute here. All righty. Great job, everyone. Okay. So culminating activity here, we're going to be, again, kind of continuing to build off that passing off of a dribble that we were working on in the last activity, except for this time we're going to be dribbling through obstacles into a pass. So if you guys remember, last week we did a little bit of dribbling through obstacles, and this time we're going to set up 4 cones or placement markers. So whatever you guys used last week will work for this. This could be a shoe, a cup, a cone, anything like that. I know that I have used a shoe in the past. I believe it was week 1 shooting drill. I used shoes to set up an activity where we needed placement markers. So if you guys have been using shoes based off what you saw week 1, go ahead and do that again. If you guys use something else, use whatever's been working best for you guys. So we're going to be dribbling through each cone, basically going in and out of each cone. And yeah, and then performing the pass that's asked. So there's going to be a 6-minute timer here. Go ahead and go to the next slide. It'll be easy to explain. There's going to be a 6-minute timer. You guys are going to have a 1.5 minutes to complete each one. The first 1.5 minutes is going to be dribbling through your obstacles or your cones or your placement markers to a bounce pass. The second 1.5 minutes is going to be dribbling through the obstacles to a chest pass. And the third 1.5 minutes is going to be dribbling through your obstacles, stop, and then and then do an overhead pass. So that's 4.5 minutes. That last 1.5 minutes will be just basically the same thing as we've been doing. Just go ahead and review each one, kind of make sure that we got all the skills down, because we're going to be having an assessment on Flipgrid like we've been doing as well to basically assess your guys' performance in each of these 3 skills. So again, first 1.5 minutes bounce pass. I'll stop the video and let you guys know to move on to the chest pass, and then I'll stop the timer again to let you guys know to move on to that overhead pass, and then I'll stop the timer for a 4th time for the final 1.5 minutes to let you guys work on whichever one you guys need to work on. So I'll go ahead and start this for you guys. 6-minute timer here. All right, go ahead and finish up that last bounce pass for me, and I'll give you guys a couple seconds to get into this second part of your culminating activity, which is going to be dribbling through your obstacles to a chest pass. Let's make sure we're using those correct cues again. Again, we always got that demo video for you guys right here, just in case if you guys need to take a peek at that one more time. The chest pass is going to be that middle one right there, right under where it says number 2 and then chest. So second 1.5 minutes here, chest pass after dribbling through your obstacles. Here we go. All right. Great job there, everyone. We're going to be going ahead and moving into our 3rd minute and a half here, which is going to be that overhead pass. Again, we got the demo video right here, down here for you guys. Number 3, overhead. Right below it is that overhead demo video. Go ahead and get you guys started here. All right, so last minute and a half here. Again, we're going to be just going over each of these 3 different passes. Let's make sure we get at least like 2 of each different pass before we move on to a focus of one. Again, we're going to be assessing you guys in a Flipgrid video upload of your perfection or mastery of the cues of each of the 3 different passes. So let's go ahead and make sure we're working on the one that's been giving us the most trouble, or just working on all 3 in general to make sure that we can master these skills correctly. So last minute and a half here, work on all 3 of the different passes that we've done today after dribbling through your obstacles. Here we go. All righty, great job, everyone. Pause that. That's gonna go ahead and close it out for our lesson. Again, the review is going to be the same as it has been. It's going to be a 3-minute video to Flipgrid, performing each pass with the correct cues that we covered. And we're also going to ask you guys these 3 questions right here. 1, what are the cues for a bounce pass? 2, what are the cues for a chest pass? And 3, a gimme here, which pass was the hardest to perfect for you individually? So again, we can use this link right here, or we can scan the QR code. I'll go back to the cues slide really quick, just to give you guys a quick peek at those cues one more time. Nice. I just took a guess there, wild guess. So again, bounce pass cues. Number 1, step with the dominant foot. Number 2, the ball should contact the ground about 2/3 of the way to the receiving player. Number 3, arms release the ball by extending your arms down. And number 4, palms finish outward. Chest pass. Number 1, step with the dominant foot to the target. Number 2, elbows bent and outward before your pass. So we're going to start with the ball like this, bent and outward. Number 3, extend your arms forward rather than down like the bounce pass. And then number 4, thumbs pointing down after your release. And then the overhead pass, ball overhead, step with the dominant foot, release the ball with the arc, and then follow through to your target. If you guys need for the flip grid video, just go ahead and pause the YouTube video right here, so you guys can go ahead and get those answers correct. But yeah, that's going to be it for our lesson. So great job, everyone. Week 3 in the books. Week number 4 coming up next.